Hey everyone, it's Tammy from the Sewing Cafe, and I think we are now live. We're testing out a new technology platform to allow us to stream to both Facebook and Instagram at the same time, and hopefully in the future, YouTube as well. We're going to see if the technology gods are with us. Okay, so tonight we're answering some questions that some of our viewers and store shoppers submitted to us, which we thought might be helpful because if one person's asking, chances are more people have the question. So, who is servicing our machines is our first question. And while I'm not going to give you the name of our technician, we've nicknamed him Nanya for the minute because he really doesn't want people to know who he is. What I can tell you is that he is not located in Georgetown, that he was selected by Linda, not me, because Linda has much more knowledge in the machine realm. I mean, I can use all of these machines for sure. But I didn't work for Janome or be one of their educators for a number of years. And so Linda has more knowledge, and I'm going to respect that and rely on her. So she's found us a technician. What I can tell you about the process is that when you bring your machine in, we collect them for the current week. When we close for the weekend, I take the machines to the technician, and then they stay with him for a week and come back to us the next week, as long as he's been able to get all the parts. So it will be more than a week before you have your machine back. He's very qualified. He is very knowledgeable. We have learned so much from him. And we're really excited to be able to service more than just Janome machines now, which is a pretty good thing. We're still only selling Janome machines. Don't be confused by a couple of the older machines we have on display that are Singers. We're not a Singer dealership. We sell Janome because they're the machines that we love. Okay, where will the video be hosted for the Stitch-A-Long? You're wondering what Stitch-A-Long I'm talking about. We've talked about this a few times, but I'll show it here again. This is the Scandi Tree kit by Bothy Threads, and as a store we're hosting this as a Stitch-A-Long. My sister is a much better stitcher than I am. I've never tried this, and she's going to walk me through. So while she's teaching me how to stitch this as a complete beginner, she'll be teaching you how to stitch it too if you need it, or for the more advanced stitchers, she'll be walking you through what she's doing. And you can stitch along with us because why not? We'll be starting towards the middle of the tree and working our way up. That way, even if you run out of time and you can't keep up with us, you still have a cute finished-ish project that you can have for Christmas time and then finish the rest later. So we'll be doing this over 9 weeks, starting Thanksgiving weekend, and we will be publishing those videos, hopefully, if this little test of ours works, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If this little test of ours isn't working, we're going to stick to YouTube. It's what I'm most familiar with. And whether you're on Instagram or on Facebook, YouTube is generally familiar to both. Okay, so that's the Stitch-A-Long. We've had questions about purchasing partial meters online. Why can't I just enter it in on my own? Yeah, that's a technology thing. So in store, I want us to be able to type in the quantity of the fabric in the actual amounts, in any amount. So if you're purchasing 0.25 of a meter of something, I'd like to be able to type that in as it is and not have to figure out how many quarters of a meter we're doing. And to do that and have the website be able to do the same thing apparently is a real trip. So IT is working on it. I don't know how long it's going to be because every time they've tried to launch it, it hasn't tested. So right now, for ordering partial meters online, just give us a call at the store. We have the ability with our POS system that we can put in whatever fabric you want. You can see it online. tell us what it is. We can enter that order for you. And if you give us your credit card over the phone, we can type it into the POS system and put the order through, even if you're not standing right there in front of us. So that's kind of nice. We've got a workaround. Is it perfect? No, but it'll work for right now. Also, just a note for your loyalty online. Yes, you do earn loyalty dollars online as well as in store. If you want those online loyalty dollars to show up in store, you need to log into the same login you set up when you scanned your QR code and set yourself up. If you're not doing that, it's going to duplicate another account for you, and you'll have loyalty dollars sitting in two different accounts. So manually, we can merge those two accounts together, but it's a process, and it's not an instantaneous one. So if you want all your loyalty dollars available to you in one place, let us show you how to log into your account before you do that online order. Okay, now we've had some questions about, okay, you have beautiful fabrics. What do I make with these things? So I've put together some combinations of fabrics we have in store and what I would make with them. And I'm going to actually copy and paste them into the comments at the same time. Apparently, whatever I did, Alicia doesn't have access. So as much as she's here helping, I'm going to have to manually do some things too. So let's talk about Tencel Twill. This glorious fabric feels incredible, has amazing drape, and is the perfect weight for fall. I adore this fabric. And I think a lot of people don't even realize that it's here. So I've chosen a few different garments here. The Pattern Emporium Bohemian Wrap Skirt would be incredible. The Paper Theory Patterns JD Jumpsuit, or Zadie Jumpsuit, not to be confused with a different Zadie pattern I might be talking about later. And then the Closet Core Mitchell trousers. I think the Mitchell trousers would be incredible in this. And I love the little pull tab that they have on the side because sometimes my pants need to be adjustable. I have Italian family, just saying. So it comes in this beautiful blue. It's $23.95 a meter. And we also have it in this glorious black. I don't know that it's showing up well on screen. Sorry about that, folks. We will figure out the best place to film and the best lighting for it. And then this, do I call it taupe? Do I call it ecru? It's definitely not a white. Okay. You know what else might be good in those patterns? Our linen viscose blend in the brick color would be gorgeous. It's the same fabric as what I made this dress out of. That might be really good too. Okay, let's talk rayons. Animal prints are everywhere right now. And we have a really cool, I believe this is an art gallery fabrics. Yeah. Is this not the most fun viscose that you've ever seen? I love it. So what would I make with that? Maybe the dreaded Davies jasmine tee and dress could be really cool with that sleeve. Not everyone loves in your face animal print. I get that. For people who like something a little more subtle, we have this beautiful purple and orange rayon. This is by Cotton and Steel. It's glorious. It's not as wide though. So this one is $24.49 a meter. I don't think I told you how much this one is, so I'll just take a little peek. The Art Gallery Fabrics animal print is $26.98 a meter. It's obviously slippery. And then, oh, if you are a lover of Doc Martens and that whole 90s romper vibe, I don't know. This might be a make very soon in this fabric because I just think it would be amazing. I don't know if you can see the print on this. It's so darling and yet not too girly girl. And the cute little bees on the intersections is lovely. This too is an art gallery fabrics rayon. Can you see the bees now? There you go. Oh, price, kind of important. This one is $26.98 a meter, and that's the full width. Another rayon we have, just because we're going into the darker months does not mean we have to get rid of color. Look at this glorious fabric. I think this is Rachel Parker. Yeah, Dashwood Studio. It's part of their chroma range. And this is 58 inches wide. And it's gorgeous. I could totally see a romper in that. And I mean, you could do like a bold, chunky boot. I'm a little crazy here, but you're going to have some fun with your boots. I like color. What can I say? Okay. Let's talk some of our knits. So we already talked about the Zadie jumpsuit by Paper Theory Patterns, but there's also a Zadie pattern. I think it's a little bit older, from Tilly and the Buttons. And Tilly and the Buttons does a really good job of walking beginners through using patterns and learning new sewing skills. And I love that about them. So you could really play with this Tilly and the Buttons dress, the Sadie dress, because it has these seams in it. So you could do a print on the inside of the dress and one of the matching solids on the outside. So a bunch of our Stof knits, which are a cotton elastane mix, very good width. I love this print. Maybe it's because of my European heritage, but you could do this print mixed with this solid. Or we also have a dark blue that matches to this as well. So you could do the dark blue on the outside and then this on the inside to slim yourself a little if you're looking for that sort of an effect. Okay. Oh, also great in those fabrics, we've seen a bunch of people. We recently did a class on a Jalie dress, blanking on the number or the name of it actually. Alicia made it up in this glorious fabric. I would just pull it off of the wall and show you, but I think we sold all the patterns too. We have to order more. So we'll come back to you with the name of that dress. Okay, Hudson knits. If you've heard Linda talk about her favorite knits that she always makes her son's shirt out of, it is the Hudson knits. We had to ask her, people wanted to know. And we have some really fall-like colors here that would be fabulous. They're only $22.50 a meter. This is the copper colorway, and it's 57.5% cotton, 37.5% modal, and 5% spandex. And if you've got any texture-sensitive people in your family, everyone who has sensitivities to texture that I know, love the way modal feels. So this is copper colorway. It has really good stretch and recovery. It's really quite lovely. So we have this. We have multiple colors. I've just grabbed a few off the shelf. This could be fun if you're going for that really neutral look these days. And there's probably 6 or more on the shelf. So what would I make with the Hudson knit? Well, Closet Core Patterns has a really nice Sally jumpsuit that I've been eyeing up. I've also been considering doing that in some of the more fun stuff prints that we have. It's a nice V-neck knit jumper. I feel like it's going to be like secret pajamas, but it has a little tie across the back so that nothing's going to slip off or expose myself when I don't want it to be. And Alicia's just let me know that the maxi dress that she made is number, in the Stof knits, is number 3246, and it's called Maxi Dress and Shawl Collar Shrug. Okay. Going back to these beautiful Hudson knits, Pattern Emporium has a Dream On tiered skirt, which is quite lovely. So I'll put a link to that as well. Hopefully these links are working on Instagram. I'm not totally sure. But I'm at least giving you guys the name, so you should be able to Google it fairly well.
I'm adding.
Okay, so that's the Hudson knits. Oh, and I'm super excited for this one. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste this. So Closet Core Crew, you get a pattern a month. If you purchase the whole year at one time, you get access to everything that comes out in that year. And I got a deal where I got the past year's catalog as well. The current month pattern for September is this beautiful denim skirt. I'm making it in this, y'all. And I am so excited. I don't know where my love of animal print came from because I used to be a conservative dresser and now I'm just kind of here for it. So I'm thinking that I might make the skirt itself using the back side of the fabric. Oh, it like shows a texture on screen that does not show up to the eye at all. So interesting. Anyway, I'm going to make it using the back side of the skirt and then use this as the pockets. And because there's going to be a front slit and a longer skirt, when you see me walking, you'll be able to see the animal print on the inside. I might also do like an extra band across the bottom in the animal print. We'll see. I'm going to make one skirt first, see how I feel about it, and then finish the bottom and decide on that extra fabric. It washed up beautifully. It has a decent amount of stretch. And I love this one. So it's 54 inches wide and it's $29.77. It's kind of awesome. I just feel like wearing that with a solid black, like short sleeve turtleneck, it's gonna be so cute. I'm ready for it. Okay, let's talk Ponte. We've ordered Pontes that are so gorgeous. And we have some good Pontes now, but I found better ones. We're just waiting for them to actually be delivered. So what can you do with Ponte? Well, of course, you can make the Parker Ponte pants by Style Arc. Now, if you're a newer sewer, you might not be ready for Style Arc's level of instructions unless you're I'm just going to figure it out myself kind of person. I would rate Style Arc patterns as a little more intermediate because there's an assumption of a basis of knowledge there when you're making a pattern. But these Pontes would be great. And I mean, if you're going for a neutrals look, this would be a lovely fabric to make it in. And it's $26.95. So this is 27% nylon, 68% viscose, and 5% spandex. So you'll notice we're not getting the types of Pontes that are heavy in polyester. I don't like how they wear. So where are you going to spend your time making a garment in something that's not going to last? If you're looking for that, there are other stores where they're going to sell it to you, probably for around the same price of what I'm selling this for. And I'm sorry, I think it's garbage. I don't want to keep it here. So we have another Ponte coming in. That feels incredible. But we have these pattern Pontes here too. There. Can you see that pattern now? How great would that be? So not only does the Parker Ponte pant be incredible in this, but we also have an itch to stitch dress, which would probably be better in the solid Pontes that are coming in, but you could have fun with the print if you want it. So one of the reasons why I like itch to stitch patterns is because often they've already done the full bust adjustment for you. So if you're one of those ladies that's a little more full on the top rack, there's less work with the pattern you have to do if you're going to make their garments. That's actually really nice to have the different bust sizes. And then there's another pattern that I want to use the new Ponte that's coming in to make. Let me paste it here. So the closet core patterns. Is this closet core or is this deer and doe? I forget. It's the belladonna dress pattern. This pattern reminds me so much of a ready-to-wear dress that I had purchased, and I wore so much that I wore it out. Like, it started pilling. It wasn't great quality Ponte. But how amazing would it be in this fabric? Now, the color's not really showing up well on screen. And this dark color here, it's almost like a cross between a green and a petrol blue. Like, it's hard to describe it. I know it's showing up as navy on screen. To the eye, it does not look like navy. And you've got like these touches of orange and these other like gray greens. And so there's pattern, but it's not like in your face pattern. It's quite subtle. And I think it would just be stunning in this fit and flare style dress. Okay. Oh, so we've got more knits similar to the one I'm about to hold up coming in. They haven't arrived yet. Our shipment was delayed and it's completely sad. So I was really hoping to show it to you tonight, but this fabric, I keep petting. This is only $18.98 a meter. It's actually really good value. There is polyester content in here. It's a jacquard knit and it's 50 inches wide. So it's got 63% polyester, 30% rayon, and 7% spandex. So decent stretch in this one. I think this would be incredible in the Megan Nielsen jar sweater pattern. Either a sweater or even a sweater dress. How fun would that be? Or in the Jali Natalie wrap funnel neck sweatshirt and tunic. I didn't think to grab it before. I think it's right there though. Let me grab the pattern. So how fun would that? Oh, they even have a white one up here. Right here. Still getting used to camera being reversed. So it has this cute little funnel neck, crossover kind of detail. Maybe the line drawings would show it better. And I just think that in a sweater dress would be so cute. I'm looking for comfort, but kind of cool at the same time. It kind of fits the vibe. So for $18.98, you get all the sizes from 20 and 7/8 inch or a 20 and a half inch bust all the way up to 46 and 1/8 inch waist to a 51 and 1/8 inch bust. So in centimeters, in bust sizes, we're going from 52 centimeters to 130. It's pretty size inclusive. I love that about Jali patterns. I also love that it's a Canadian designer. And they're quite lovely. So on this, it says that you need 30% stretch. Definitely have that in this white knit, I'm pretty sure, with that high lasting content. So I'm actually pretty excited for that and some of the other knits that are coming in. And then did I put the link over for the dress? Sweatshirt or sweater dress? No. Let's give you guys that link too. So Megan Nielsen Patterns, she has lovely patterns, and Jar sweatshirt, I think, is quite quite a classic one. And there's a lot of different options for it. Okay, let's talk fleece. So we have a couple different styles of fleece right now. We have this great double-sided anti-pill fleece in a variety of colors. I love this eggplant color. And we have some really cool patterns for it. So we've got the Maxime pattern by Jelly again. Who doesn't love a good Jelly pattern? And then there's also an Alex half zip. Oh, see, it's so convenient having them all here. Here's the Alex half zip here. This is such a good pattern, and we have so many colors of zippers in stock right now. You could have so much fun with that. Okay, so this fleece is only $13.95 a meter right now. And it feels lovely. It washes up well. But if you're not thinking like traditional fleece, you could go a little more luxury and do like the teddy bear style. And one of the reasons why I like this, while the other one's double-sided, both sides are pretty similar. This one, the opposite side, I don't know if you can see, it's much different, right? You have the two different textures, so you can play with this. I played with it in a different sweatshirt I wore in our last live that unfortunately only ended up on Instagram because of technical difficulties, but I'm sure I'll be wearing it again and can show you again. This, oh, I just love the texture of this fabric. It is so cuddly. It's a bit more expensive though. It's $30.95 a meter, but it's a lovely Sherpa with fleece backing. It's double-sided. We are running out of space back here. Okay, let's cotton poplins. So when I say cotton poplin, many of you think, oh, it's quilting cotton. I can just quilt with it. But if you're making something with like a real statement sleeve or something, you probably want more stable fabric, a fabric with more body to it, something that will hold the sleeve. Like this sleeve could have been a lot more puffy, but instead of a straight linen, I have a linen viscose, so there's a lot of drape to it, so it drapes down. Now we have some great poplins in. And this one's been selling quite a bit, quite quickly, and didn't really get advertised. Jennifer Sampou does these beautiful fabrics, and they're an ombre over the width of the fabric for the running yardage. And just look at the effect of this. So it's called Prism, probably because it has like, it looks like prisms, you know, the sunlight shining through them onto a plaster wall to me. That's what this looks like. And I just think if you played with this, you could use this rainbow stripe in such a fun way. And with a big puffy sleeve or something, it could be really cool. So I have a couple options here of what you could make with cotton poplin. So we have the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra. And then we also have the Anna Allen Clothing Anthea House. And these are both very well known in the sewing community. I'm pretty sure there's a few of you watching this that are like, oh yeah, I know exactly the garment she's talking about. And then this also is Jennifer Sampou, and this is called Glacier. And let me just show you. I don't know if I can do this really well. Maybe if I go like this. Can you see how it goes from this light color all the way to this beautiful dark? You could really have a lot of fun playing with this. In a blouse, you could go from light to dark and save these lighter pieces for your sleeves. You know, you could do the binding in one of the lighter sections and keep the dark. You can just play with it. And you know that these colors match because they're literally together in the same fabric and look incredible. Linda, the former owner of the Sewing Cafe, who still teaches here. She teaches a lot of our garment making classes. She made a beautiful tunic in an earlier version, the Jennifer Sampou ombre fabric, and it was in these beautiful yellows. My hands still have a bit of that left. And then, if you are a blue lover, you have to see this one because you could have the northern lights in a garment. Oh, the light's shining through it. It's not showing very well. It is not going to shine the same way. It's showing a little opaque because of the way that I have the lighting set up here in the sewing classroom. So forgive me. You're not going to have a bright backlight behind you in real life like this. But when it's held up to the body, you can see these beautiful colors and just how glorious they would be. I mean, if you're looking for color inspiration and you're not sure if it goes or not, trust nature, right? If you want something a little less bold, this is one of the Poppy Cotton Cottage Charm series. Right? You could do a beautiful blouse in this. Look at these. Just foliage. And this beautiful peach. We have, maybe these are elms. I'm not sure. I have gardens in the family, but I don't do a ton of gardening. Is this not lovely? And then there's just this little hint of yellow. That was a bad description. I want to call it a goldenrod color. That is gorgeous. Or you could go bold, but still feminine with something like this. Yeah, the Anthea blouse in this, I think would be stunning. So this is Moda fabric, 100% cotton. So it's going to hold that sleeve, but the texture of it is beautiful. Now, I wanted to highlight something that I think some people don't realize is here because I am shocked these fabrics are still on our shelves. Are you a Tula Pink fan? I am. Can you believe we still have this? Nobody's bought this yet, guys. I mean, I'm still selling it for what it originally sold for in the store. I'm not marking it up, but I've seen some of the collectors' sites what people are charging for pieces of this. So there's not a ton of it here. I don't know, maybe 2 meters. This is a stunning fabric. And these skunks, how are the skunks still here? They're so stinking cute. Literally. So if you're a Tula Pink fan, you should be buying this. It's just awesome. Okay. Did anyone have any other questions that I need to answer? Or?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you all for coming out and watching and bearing with me, showing you all this information. It's been lovely having you here. We're going to try to post this on YouTube, and any questions that you guys post on this after the fact of going live, we're going to try to answer in the next video, which will probably not be in 2 weeks because I think that might be Thanksgiving. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure on dates right now. If it's Thanksgiving weekend, we're not going live. So we'll see you in about a month. All right. Keep sewing. Don't lose that sojo. Have a great night.